Hello, Bachelor Nation. Welcome to M Angel Says. I'm M Angel, and I am going to recap, the last two episodes, the finale episodes of Hannah's season of The Bachelorette. Oh my god. There is so much to talk about, but I'm going to try to only talk about the major points because we have things to talk about. We're starting with episode 12, and we jump back into that rose ceremony that was interrupted by Luke's shenanigans. I love how Chris puts the podium back after Hannah's now iconic podium move. Hannah hands the roses out to the lovely gentleman, yes, because after they were celebrating Luke's departure, they remembered, oh, right, but we're still not safe. One of us is going home. And it's Peter. I can't help but smile at that because if you've been watching these reviews, you know that Peter is like my love. Love him. And so when she released him into the wild, I said, Bunny boy, I'm coming for you. And Hannah is crying now. This was a very tough breakup. She really felt guilty about saying goodbye to him. He kept a very brave face though. It felt like he knew it was coming or he had dealt with it, or I don't know, I was surprised. The boy who cries at everything, the boy who comes from a very emotionally open family is just like smiling at her. It was a beautiful journey. Yeah. Okay, wow. Are people that good at hiding their emotions? My God. I feel like part of her was upset that, oh, he's so perfect. Why couldn't I love this guy as much? You know, why couldn't I? And also, he's such a nice guy. It really hurts to hurt someone this sweet and who was this invested. Yeah, in the car, he really kind of lets it out, and you really see grief and pain and sadness in his face. Oh, Peter, you have no idea how much goodness is coming your way. Don't worry, boo. Bright future ahead. So he sits down in the studio and he talks about his experience with Chris. And you see his family's there, the family that America fell in love with. I mean, for reals. I guess I wasn't the only one. He is everybody's love, like that family. It's precious. His mom was breaking down. I was just like, mom-in-law, mommy. He says he tried to move on, but he would still obviously like to see Hannah and I guess talk to her one more time. Hannah comes out so formal with Peter. She hugs him and like hold his arms like a presidential hug almost, like, very nice to meet you, Congressman. Like, what? Okay. She clearly has moved on. Her body language is like, nope, you're not the one. And Miss Britney Spears, I swear, more and more I look at her and I see Britney. She basically answers his question as to what was the tipping point? When did you know that this wasn't it? She tries to explain that nothing went wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't mess up. It was just a feeling. She said, if I really have to put words to what I felt, if I really have to venture on something, maybe a part of me felt like you were afraid to love me, like you were holding back, and that you didn't express your feelings soon enough. He asks her, you characterize our relationship as a slow burn, and everybody in the audience starts to laugh because burn it was, slow it did not seem. But that is the magic of editing, right? They spend, 2-3 months together? If maybe that burn only came near the end or a month or two in, I can understand being like, okay, so I'm seeing his passions come to life. However, it's been a while and every conversation with him has been surface and light and fun and easy. There's a lot we don't see, right? It's a show after all. I mean, sauna and windmill are enough to be like, slow burn? Hannah, what you talking about? And Chris points out the fact that she did cry the hardest, it seems, for Peter when she let him go, and she said, yeah, it felt like I was letting go of the perfect guy. And then she brings up, because she wants to clarify, windmill. It was actually 4 times a go-go. That mill was a running all night long. And then I thought, either it was that good or he was that bad at satisfying her that they needed to do it 4 times to get it, nice and done. Not to get too personal, but I've had experiences with someone when it's good. One very good session, you are satiated, you're full for a week. And then you have some that are light, airy, like a soup. And it's really good soup, so you need 3 or 4 rounds to really fill you up. Whew. I mean, saying all of that in front of his parents, and the producers are so petty. They put Peter's mom's audio of her laugh, which sounded so peculiar. Loudest thing you hear, I had to play it back a few times. It just cracked me up. It was the funniest sound. I don't know if anyone else caught that. So moving on, we are going to meet Hannah's family, and we're not the only ones. The 2 last contenders are going to meet her family, meet the parents. She explains to her family that they're going to meet Tyler first, that he's this strong man. He's been through a lot with his family lately. He's the glue that holds them together. She does explain that she has a bit of a problem because she cannot tell whether or not she is falling in lust for Tyler because hello, or in love, and maybe need some clarity on the matter. I mean, they just look like Barbie and Ken when they're together. They look perfect, and there's just this ease, when she's around him. She's comfortable because he's confident, and he oozes confidence, and he knows what he wants, and he's very sure and straightforward about it. And I love they talk about their journey together. He talks about his life, how he kind of failed English at school. I was like, wait, what? It's your only language. So what does that mean? Can you not speak? He ended up taking dance classes, and then I remembered, oh my God, first episode, he was the dancing carpenter. He was Mr. Flashdance. Completely forgot. Oh, he tells him all the right things. Your daughter's so strong, and I love her strength. And in these moments of strong-willed strength, she comes up so strong. Okay, we get it. You think she's a strong woman. Maybe Tyler talks about her the way he talks about the pieces of wood that he uses in his carpentry work. She's oaky and strong, withstands winds and harsh rain conditions, I love how Hannah's mom was trying to test him, but at the same time, she gave him the answer. So it was like a leading question. So in this situation where, let's say Hannah needs money or whatever, would you give her the money, or would you be a deadbeat and not provide? Yeah, of course he's gonna say the answer that you want him to say. You gave it to him. Mama seems enchanted by him, and how could she not? He's so confident when he speaks. He looks like a protector, a provider. He's Cocoam. Oh my God, when I was watching this, I was like, oh, Hannah, this is Cocoam. I'll get to that. The dad, he's very okay, I got a few questions for you. Giving me Yosemite Sam meets, I can't put my finger on who he sounds like. Yeah, he asks about fantasy suites, and Tyler, again, he gives all the very respectful, polite answers. Honestly, ladies, fellas, this is the kind of partner you want in life. Someone who respects you. It's so nice. A close friend of mine is seeing a very gentlemanly man right now. He's so respectful of her boundaries. He's polite. He's caring. He shows interest. And you're just like, wow, so they exist? And that's what it feels like? Also, normally a person who respects you respects themselves. It's a two-way street. So Tyler is very Cocoam. He's very matter of fact. He's like, I'm in love with your daughter. I want her to be my baby mama. I want her to be the faith leader of our family. He knows what he wants in such a Cocoam way. Cocoam is a character in Pocahontas, for those who don't know. The parents just approve. They approve of Tyler, and they let Hannah know, that he seems honest and sincere. He's protective, like Cocoam. He's the one. And we'll get into this in the next episode because I saw both, Avi. It's a huge topic that's been very, very present and important in my own personal life. The subject of parent approval as it relates to a relationship, and whether it is an omen, a sign, should be considered or not. It's a lot to unpack. I'm not going to unpack that right now, but all I can say is that his family loved Hannah and her family loves Tyler. Okay, so that's great. All signs a go-go. Hannah sits with him on the love bench because, they always have to have that love seat moment after meeting parents. And you can feel that she wants to trust him and she wants to love him, but there's something holding her back. She does tell him, though, on that love bench that she's falling in love with him. And she won't let him talk. Again, he wants to say something about it, and she's just like, shh. Your lips on mine. That's what I want from you right now. And they kiss and they say goodbye, and he says, I love you so much. And I'm just like, oh my God. Hannah! So lucky to have that kind of love in your life. Well, they just look cherry perfect, but still you could feel Hannah's holding back a little bit. Next day, our girl Hannah's about to introduce her family to Jed, the husband, right? The one that we all know she wants to be with. She's nervous. The way she kept touching her dress, this is the meeting that counts for her. She really wants her parents to approve of Jed. So Jed arrives. By the way, love her blue Greek goddess dress. And he sits and talks to the family, and he brings up the fact that he is a musician. And Daddy looks at Mama. Mama makes a face like, oof, okay. This felt like Coco, the Pixar movie. No musicians in the family. I'm like, what is going on? They really seem to hate the word musician. Dad sits down with boy and tells him, I'm worried about who gonna provide for my daughter. I'm a modern woman. As much as I like a lot of traditions and customs because cute, the whole man has to provide for woman thing, it's demeaning, it's disrespectful to women, it creates a power imbalance that is unhealthy, and it's archaic and needs to change. What you want in a relationship is somebody who can keep up with you, who can provide for themselves, but also provide enough so that both of y'all can have fun together. You want to be with someone that, as a woman, you can also provide for them when they are down and out or they need a break, you know? It's a give and take. It's a seesaw. That's a good relationship. It has seasons. And then if the man is providing, then what? The woman is expected to rear the children and the man is not expected to rear children? That's why we have the situation we have today, okay? Can we just change? Because clearly, y'all been doing things, humankind, for far too long, and in these old world societies, things are a mess. Human rights levels, just horrors. So we need to change. As a society, as a world, we need to change and evolve in the way we think about relationships and partnerships. So hearing Hannah's father, I was hearing my own parents, and I'm just like, okay. In my previous relationship, I was the one who was taking care of both of us. There was also an imbalance there because the other person wasn't taking care of me, right? So I understand. That's why I'm saying, from pure experience, it should not be the onus of one person in a relationship to take care of both. And it shouldn't be expected. It's a partnership. Y'all come together saying, I want to take care of you, but first, let me make sure I take care of myself, okay? And that's both persons' jobs. I thought it was cute, but also kind of sad when Jed is trying to be like, look, things are actually moving forward. I got a contract for a dog food commercial jingle. I felt like he felt it was a bit embarrassing, but he's trying to be like, things are moving forward. I just think it's really strange. I'm like, are y'all so ignorant to the fact that Jed is on national TV right now? Do you not think that he's going to be bloody rich after the Bachelorette? Like, hello, of course he's going to be able to provide. He's going to get contracts and offers to do this and that and appearances and featurings and who knows, like, hello. People aren't forward thinking the way I am. I guess I'm just entrepreneurial, so I just think of these things. Sometimes you gotta invest in someone, you know, at the startup level, because you can see the vision that they see. Not everyone has that gift. Mama even grills Jed. She's spicy with him. The parents clearly don't think that Jed is adequate. It's hard being a musician. I've touched on the subject before. I'm not going to go on again. All I can say is reiterate. Please don't tell people how hard something is. Just because you haven't achieved it doesn't mean that they can't. Okay? Thanks. You think you're being realistic. What you're doing is perpetuating a reality that doesn't need to be perpetuated. Being a musician is hard. Yeah, you could say that about every single thing, but when you're passionate, something is not hard. So just be positive. My point is just be positive. That positive, encouraging energy is what leads to success. Healthy success. Mama tells Hannah, you know, Jed is nice, but Tyler stands on his own 2 feet. And obviously Hannah is annoyed and disappointed. You know, that's not what you want to hear about the person you want to marry. And Dad is so saucy. He tells Hannah, you know, that Jed isn't concise the way Tyler was. He isn't as direct in his answers. He kind of goes this and there, and he was proud of a dog food jingle. Hey, shade. I love how she was getting frustrated with her dad. She kind of hesitates. She doesn't want to like confront her dad's beliefs, but at the same time she's like, I got dreams for myself. I can provide for myself, for my life. It's like she doesn't want to stand in that truth. Maybe because part of her also kind of wants a man who will provide for her. I mean, I wouldn't spit at it. But if I'm in love, I can provide for myself. If I have to. If I fall in love with a broke man, I can make it work. I love this very blue scene we have. So much blue. Blue. Hannah tells Jed she's confused. How could she not be? It went so well with Tyler. Jed tells Hannah he believes in her. Thanks, I guess. We know what we have. Ugh, this just reminded me again of Pocahontas. John Smith and Pocahontas against everybody else. And then you got Kocoum on the other side who's like, I can provide, I'm ready, let's do this. Then you tell yourself, should she choose the smoothest course? Steady as a beating drum? Should she marry Kocoum? We will get to those answers in a bit. I mean, Tyler is obviously perfect. There's no questioning that. Her and Jed, they have a personal connection. You know, they can kid around. They can talk like buddies. She can be herself around him in a way that I don't know that she's been able to with Tyler. I don't know. Do they have conversation? I don't know. I wonder. Next, we move on to a date again, and she mounts a horse with Tyler again. Boy is afraid of horses. Can they stop doing this? Anyhow, apparently it goes better this time. He's like, oh, it's improved. It's evolved. Like, it's better this time, just like our relationship. Oh, cute. There's like this emptiness in Hannah when she's around Tyler, because you can tell she's with Jed in spirit and heart and in mind. And she talks about how her father approved of him, but there's like this sadness in her when she talks about it, and it's because he didn't approve of Jed. And it's so interesting because he's describing a future for them. You know, he's describing the apartment they're gonna have and the wallpaper or paint they're gonna choose. Carpenter. Oh my god, having a handyman, like, he really is Cocoam. He's all the things. But she is so dry as he's saying all these things. She's no longer all over him like she usually is. Her body language is screaming, this is over. I don't know. But boy is happy and he is all over her. It's so funny. In between, if you really watch her, there are all these micro expressions, these microseconds of sadness that leak through. She'll be smiling at him and all of a sudden she'll just be like, and then she'll go back to smiling. Like, look at this hug. It's like she almost wants to lean away from him. And he's just like, you're mine. This is set in stone. Our parents love each other. I love you. This is wonderful. You love me. We are a happy family. Coco. That's just Tyler. He is a direct, straightforward kind of guy. Knows what he wants. Knows who he is. Speaks in facts. Wife, kids, home, security. Are you in good hands? Like, this is the guy. Woo! Nothing wrong with that. Actually, as an artist, I keep going for these artsy boys. They can't provide. I need to go for, justement, a Tyler, a Cocoam. The yin and the yang. You see what I mean? She says that he's perfect. He's the perfect guy you show off to your friends and family. Amen. He is the Instagram bae. For sure. Then they get hot and bothered on the bed. And I feel like maybe Hannah did sleep with him at this point because she felt like she's going to let go of him. And she was like, I want to taste that ice cream before I move on. The next day, she meets up with Jed and she has the goofiest laugh. She's like such a goofball with him. She's so happy to see him, lights up. Also, they have like the perfect height difference. He's not too tall to kiss when you're not in heels. These are the things I notice now. Height discrepancies. They go on a boat together and she gets nauseous. Is it a sign that they're on rocky waters? Things look good, but below the surface is actually turbulent? Or did the producers actually go really fast on that boat, giving her seasickness so that they could film it and make it look like something's up? I just love the way she talks to him. She talks to him like she's known him for years, like they've been together for such a long time. She's so comfortable with him. They talk about how they're both sad that her parents and his parents didn't approve wholeheartedly. Yeah. Later on, they have dinner together, and the way she looks at him. First of all, she looked stunning, so beautiful. Her hair, her face, Barbie, honestly. She looked at him so tenderly. He tells her he wants to take care of her, and they'll make it through. They'll do it together. They'll do the damn thing. Anyhow, the episode ends on a very strange, somber note. It all seemed to be going well. Tune in tomorrow. And tune in I did. And if you're watching this, you probably did as well. So I'm going to end this right now and move on to the next part. Wow, we need to talk about this crazy ending. Thus wraps up episode 12, the pre-finale to the finale of the Bachelorette Hannah season. Thank you so much for watching my review. Before you go, hey, click on that like button. Subscribe to Angel Says, the YouTube channel, if you haven't already. It's right there. It's like a click away. And if you have, muchas gracias. Thank you so much. You can also follow at Angel Says one word on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where I'm the most active. I won't be reviewing Bachelor in Paradise because I need a vacation too. But the next Bachelor, any thoughts on who it's going to be? Comment section, I would love to hear from you. Also, what did you think of this episode? Comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Muchos besitos. Okay, next episode, let's talk about it.